Hey guys, welcome back to Coin Knowledge. So we're going to be talking about a new game on Abstract here. One that's been flooding the timeline. If you guys have not heard of it, it is Onchain Heroes. We're going to be taking a look at how well they've performed, as they did recently have, their hero mint for their game, as well as their other NFT collection that is literally doing quite well when we look at the floor price here, and why I think that this could actually be a potential catalyst for, kind of bringing back the Degen kind of play to earn style in the gaming space that we really haven't seen since the last cycle. So as always, if you guys do get value out of the content here, if you guys could subscribe to the channel and like the videos, your support means a lot. So we take a look at Onchain Heroes. Well, what is it? Literally, it is a idle like RPG game on Abstract. Now, if you're not familiar with what Abstract is, it is a blockchain here recently that did launch that there's a lot of hype around on the Abstract chain. So that is going to be something that, again, when we look at these newer chains, these newer ecosystems, you want to find some of those first movers, the different narratives. For example, gaming on Abstract. I believe Onchain Heroes is one of the first games launching on Abstract, I do believe. So when we look at it, it is an upcoming idle RPG game. So literally when we look, you can see it's 2D, it's nothing crazy. Now, if you were around last cycle in 2021, 2022, if you do remember, we went through a insane kind of idle game era, craze, literally a narrative, at that time here with stuff like Wolf Game, which started it all essentially, which this is actually from the same guy who made Wolf Game, or he was on the team for Wolf Game originally. But we also had stuff like Crobata, Pegaxi, Pizza Game, DeFi Kingdoms had their heroes as well. And, I got involved with all that stuff. So, personally, I'll let you guys know right up front, I'm currently not involved with On-Chain Heroes. That might be the BTSD, in myself, being cautious from the last cycle, getting involved with all those different games then. But throughout the video, I'll give you guys my opinion here on what this could mean. Is this something that I would recommend getting involved with or not? I'll let you guys know throughout. But again, it's essentially a very, very basic game, idle, so you're not doing anything too elaborate here. You literally just hop on a couple minutes a day, select what your heroes are going to be doing, and then that is it. And essentially, you could call it a glorified like DeFi experience. You'll buy these heroes. As far as like staking in a way, you put your heroes to do some simple tasks and then walk away, and they'll just earn money in the background. It's almost like gamified staking a little bit, essentially in a way. They do have some, decent angel investors here in the space as well. And again, it is literally from the same guy. If we look here, Scarly, our founder, Scarly is a seasoned Web3 developer with over 10 years. Before Onchain Heroes, he was the lead developer of Wolf Game. So again, if you're not familiar with Wolf Game, it was another game kind of like this, an idle game from the last cycle. Now a couple, tweets here that actually break down the game pretty well. Again, you just have to play the game for a little bit. Now, to actually play the game, we'll come back to these tweets. You need these heroes. So as you see here, to log in, you connect a wallet that's EVM compatible, with the Abstract, like MetaMask or something. And then you have to have a game to start playing. Well, we actually see that recently, literally a couple days ago now, they actually had their mint for their heroes. I believe it was 10,000 of them. And they minted out at 0.069 ETH. You can literally see that right now their floor price is almost 4 ETH here, 3.88. And when we look at it, they did actually get all the way up, I want to say, to like a 0.6 ETH as far as a floor price. So when we look at it, it got all the way up to 0.64. So not bad, especially if you were able to mint one of these from, again, right at minting from launch. And now we're seeing that they're kind of holding the floor price, or down 31%, as it did have one of the first unlocks in the game. But when we look back at the synopsis of the game, essentially you get these heroes, you go in the game, it's literally 5 to 10 minutes of daily engagement. Again, that's where the idle game comes in. It's PvE, rings, we'll get into that a little bit here, but you play the game and you earn leaderboard points for minting, leveling, and claiming the heroes. And hero is required to play. You can reveal the hero if you play the game. It comes in seasons, but this is how you actually earn in the game with those heroes. You send out your heroes to battles. You can increase yield, how much you're getting by leveling them up. One of the 3 trainers in the game as well. So you can either kind of stack your hero or use that to keep leveling up your heroes as well. So almost think of it as like compounding. And when we look at it, again, this to me, it really does remind me a lot of, stuff like Wolf Game, like Pizza Game, like Crabata, from sending out those crabs to mine. Again, if you guys are around at that time, let me know in the comments below which ones you were getting into. Rip all my crabs and Pegaxes. Kind of a bummer, but either way, so you have all these heroes, you literally send them out to go battle. You can see what they're earning here, per hour, and how much it would cost you to actually level them up as well. You can see a total earned. It shows you your earning rate down here as well. But a lot of people actually getting involved with this are literally making a couple $100s an hour, depending how many heroes you have. Even single heroes, as this tweet here says, is making 20 plus an hour. So, in my opinion, again, I do think that we could see, on-chain heroes continue on, with this kind of Ponzi-nomics here, but just be cautious. Personally, I would rather, and maybe I'll be sidelined here, and that's completely fine. Again, not financial advice. You guys do you, but I'm just letting you guys know what I'm personally doing, because we've seen this happen so many times, and I still don't think we're in a gaming run, obviously, and I don't think it's going to happen immediately, but this could kick off, a lot of, knockoffs and bring kind of that Degen season back to gaming that we really have not seen since the last cycle, end of 2021. Beginning of 2022. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Personally, I would rather kind of wait and see if that is what's going to happen, if the hype and momentum does continue for on-chain heroes as well, or if we do see other knockoff projects happen after this, because again, a lot of people are cooking. A lot of people are making money here with their heroes for literally doing nothing. Again, you buy the hero, essentially, if you want to call it what it essentially is, it's a degen gamified way of staking. You buy the hero for, let's just say, 0.4 ETH. You put it in here, you send it to battle. You can compound your earnings by leveling it up, or you can just stack your earnings as well for cashing it out. So that is how you could look at it, almost like a stake-to-fi way. Because again, it's an idle game. It's nothing crazy here, but that's not the point. The point is that this could bring that degenness back to the gaming sector. Now again, December 9th, they did unveil that they had these ring collections. Now, the point of these rings is that if you had a ring, you could use it to literally get one free mint for the heroes. So right now, if you would have had a ring, you would literally have gotten point at the top, 0.64 ETH, for minting a free hero. And then you also got other guaranteed, you got, I believe, 2 or 4 guaranteed hero mints as well. Then you'll get an allocation of redacted here. But when we look at the mint price, again, mint price here, let me get rid of this. It is literally about 1.64. So, same thing. Their mint or their rings are doing quite well. They did dip down, here recently. So if you would have scooped them up, I think they got down to like 0.6 ETH here recently, but obviously they have rebounded quite well when we look at the floor price. But again, same thing. I think, on-chain heroes could go either way just because of the market conditions that we're in right now. We could either see on-chain heroes go up, we could see it go down. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here, but I did want to bring it up to you guys because it is an opportunity in the markets right now. Let me know in the comments below if you guys got involved with on-chain heroes, but I do think there's a lot of hype around Abstract and the fact that, it's exciting in a way to see a game like this because really it does take me back hardcore to the last cycle with other projects that, I mean, you can find the videos on some of the early videos on this channel where we were covering stuff like Crabata, like Pegaxi, where the earnings were huge. And the benefit to something like On-Chain Heroes is that the key to these kind of ecosystems and games, at least from the past, obviously nobody knows where this is going to go from now because it's so new. But if you can get into these projects early on and catch the momentum from the beginning, that's how you play these ecosystems. That's how you play these like idle games. Get in from the start. Anyone who minted, again, those heroes for the 0.069, they're up massively, whether you sold or whether if you decide to obviously stake them in the game or use them in the idle game and send them out to battle. So if you do decide to get into either On-Chain Heroes or any maybe potential knockoffs or similar games, my recommendation, again, not financial advice, you do you, but just from my own personal experience, I think the best way to play something like this is to get in, potentially get a, maybe catch a dip or however, what's going to happen with the floors on the heroes that, again, are needed to play the game. But you get in, you do what you're going to do, send them to battle. And personally, I don't know. Again, I'm not involved personally, so I don't know what how big of the difference it is between, again, the earning of leveling it up or not. We can see a level 3 here is earning 10 an hour versus a level 1 is almost earning 4 an hour. So I think, again, my advice is if you do get into this, get in, start earning the hero token. And personally, I would just stack it and just get ROI, return on investment, cover the hero cost as soon as you can, and then everything on top of that is literally just playing with house money because this thing could literally go down at any moment. At the end of the day, it is just one big Ponzi, but it's fun. And again, we saw these do very well, especially for any early adopters in the past, again, the last cycle. And the fact that the guy, Scarly, I think it was, is behind, again, Wolf Game, which did incredibly well last cycle. Again, if you guys were there to capitalize on that, you know what I mean when I say get into these things early on. And that is to not say you're not still early. Literally, these heroes just minted out, again, a couple days ago now. So you're still quite early in this ecosystem. But again, it's going to be one that I'm personally watching to see what happens here. Does this bring, again, that kind of Degen game season, out in the gaming sector that we really haven't seen in a long time? Because that was a big momentum, and we saw a lot of projects, kick off because of Wolf Game last cycle. So either way, that's some of the news in the gaming sector. Again, at the end of the day, it's good to see a gaming mint do quite well, and it's good to see that people are actually, saying good things, actually making money in the gaming space, even if it is just an idle game. It brings a breath of fresh air to the gaming sector that we, again, haven't seen for a while now. It's been a lot of negativity, but either way, this is a win in my opinion for the gaming space. It is degen 100%, but hey, that's the game that we're in right now. So either way, guys, that's a little bit of news and getting you guys into the space on what's going on in the gaming sector. As always, let me know in the comments below. What do you think of Onchain Heroes? Is this one that you're getting involved with? Are you playing this one? Are you looking for potential knockoffs or just, other adapting projects that are going to potentially capitalize on the momentum of Onchain Heroes if we see it do quite well? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thank you for taking the time to watch the video. If you guys got value out of it, if you guys could like the video, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, see you guys.